Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8:01 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It's Wednesday, the 12th of July. I hope that you guys are all up, feeling well, doing well this morning. We have a great interview for you today. Our guest today is Elias Akwo, who is the owner and founder of Crystal House here in Aurora, located in downtown. Elias, how you doing?
Doing good.
You look good. Look good, man.
Thank
good to
you.
see you. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Brett, how you feeling, young man?
All good here.
All right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we had it's a rainy day outside, and actually I have the weather for you. I'm going to put that up on the screen here in just a moment for you. We had a near-death experience this morning. It was quite illuminating. I told Elias about it too. I'll share the full story. We ain't got time for that right now, but basically this morning my garage door came off the track and almost crushed me. It was, I tell you, there's nothing like it to wake you up in the morning. It was absolutely stunning. And I've been dealing with it ever since. So I'll share the whole story with you guys on another day. Time is 8:03 a.m. Daniel Calderon is here, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you, Daniel. Jennifer Ryan Mayton, Dan Barrero. Good to see all of you fantastic people. We're halfway through the week. It's a rainy day. Let me give you all the weather right now. I know you need it. I know you're like, Curtis, hey, man, what's it going to be like today? Well, get ready to take a look at it. Bam, there it is on your screen. Occasional storm chances through late week. Severe weather in Haney. Oh, my God. It's tough, right?
Hey, it is.
Speaking English is hard sometimes.
and with the wake up call you had this morning,
right,
too.
Seriously.
So you've got a pass this morning.
Man, okay, let's try that again. Occasional storm chances through late week, severe weather, and heavy rain threat today. As you can see, there's a flood threat as well and a severe PM thunderstorm threat today. 81 degrees the daytime high. Wednesday night tonight, chance of thunderstorms persists, and 68 degrees is the nighttime high. Tomorrow, 85 degrees daytime high, nighttime high tomorrow of 68 degrees. You can see the rest of the temps, and don't forget to keep watching Aurora weather here on the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Okay, Elias, tell us about Crystal House. What exactly is Crystal House? A house full of marble? Is that what we got?
Yeah, we have a few marble in there.
I know. Yeah. Right. You guys got that too.
Because we engrave on just about anything.
Correct.
So you just mentioned marble during the holidays. We had all these inspirational quotes.
Yes.
That we engrave on marble. But Crystal House is a unique, one-of-a-kind shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's we are dealers for most of the crystal brands. So anybody who's into crystal, you can buy. There is no difference going to buy, say, for a wedding, you're buying your champagne flutes,
mm-hmm.
and you're looking for a brand name crystal, and you go and look for Waterford or Nambe. There is no difference buying from any of those, the brands themselves, or coming to Crystal House. Oh,
right.
I take that back. There is a difference because we are the premier engravers.
Right, exactly.
In Illinois, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we can decorate your glassware or any unique piece of giftware, crystal giftware.
Okay, that sounds very good. And how long have you been around? How long has Crystal House been in existence?
Since '99.
All right.
Yeah, we've moved quite a few places.
Mm-hmm.
we just moved. We moved into Aurora, which is another story. I think we started talking about it a while back.
Yes, and actually for the record, ladies and gentlemen, this is Elias's second time on the show. The very first time Elias was on our show was when Good Morning Aurora was about 6 months old.
I don't think it was even up to 6 months old.
You're right. It probably wasn't because you know what? You're exactly right. It wasn't 6 months old because we hadn't interviewed Ron Hain yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we interviewed you when we were like 3 months old.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yep. About that.
Very good. Yeah. And we weren't live then either.
No, you were not.
No.
I mean, I come in here, I'm really impressed. I see.
You know, we went from rags to riches, y'all. Went from poverty to money.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's true though. That's when we were recording in Gremlin Studios.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good history. Good history of our show. So Waterford or Furs?
Oh no, all of those are just brand name crystals.
Right. Okay.
We sell all of those and we enhance on any of them, and we do the engravings in house. All of the engravings, and we have a lot more stuff coming to the city of Aurora in terms of our expansion, which we've been fortunate to have some support with some of the city agencies. We're going to we'll be having a gift shop that is going to be in the Crystal House store. The gift shop is going to open with at the same time with what we're going to be talking about soon.
Okay.
The Neiponski Gallery.
Okay.
And you just have to stop by there because anything you buy from our shop is going to be unique.
Right.
One of a kind. You're not going to find it somewhere else.
And where's Crystal House located for the folks?
We are located 59 South LaSalle Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
59 South LaSalle Street in Aurora. They're right across the street from our dear friends of the Alive Teen Center. If you guys know Alive, they're right down there. LaSalle Street is also known as Auto Row. So the interesting thing about the buildings down there, when you ever go down to Auto Row, you will notice that all of the buildings have a open, airy kind of feel to them, large showcase style and quality because they were floor rooms for vehicles back in the day. Some of them even have big, huge basements because that's where excess cars were stored to bring up to put on the floors.
It's really beautiful space, and that is the thing about Aurora. It's a very beautiful city, and I am really impressed with any of the stores, whether it's Crystal House or any of the other stores that you go to. Their uniqueness.
Right.
I mean, they have their own individuality.
Right.
So that's what makes our city very unique.
How long have you been an engraver? Cheryl Brownell, good morning to you. And Stephen Hendry, good morning to you as well.
I have been engraving since 2000 and early 2000.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What's the, how hard is it to be an engraver, the skill required? Tell us about that.
Well, what I do now is of a higher level of engraving because I can engrave just about anything and give it the impression as if it's a photo image, which is it's a very high skill level in engraving. Right. But most of the engraving right now, like these big companies that does awards. When you do awards, it's mostly text and logo. Right. That doesn't involve. It doesn't take a lot of learning curve. So when you get into engraving images, that is a completely different. Like I don't know if some of the engravers. I look at them like Steuben. They're not in business now, but if you look at their work. I mean, those are some of the top engravers, the best engravers in the United States. Wow. Yeah. So, but for text, like right now, we still we're recruiting for a trainee, engraver trainee. For text, logo, all of those, you can train somebody, and they'll be able to do the technical aspect of it in about 6 to 9 months, and from then it will just be for that individual to hone their skills. Because there is also an artistic bent to this engraving, which makes like Crystal House a lot more unique than some of these big other places. Right. Because when we are engraving, we look at the finished piece with an artistic eye instead of just taking in text and just drop it anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of decision that goes into the choice of font, because that award, for example, that you're producing for a client like yourself, it has to incorporate your branding.
Right.
Also, that is the image of the essence of your organization.
Right.
So that's what we try to capture in our finished product.
Right.
That's what makes our engraving, our awards, or our gift ideas. When we consult with you. When we produce it, we produce awards and gifts that are displayed.
Right.
People go through all of this daily grind and do everything they can to enhance and improve an organization. And when that organization decides to honor you, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So if they honor you with that piece of award, we make sure that once we finish producing that award, you're going to take that award and display it, not just take it and toss it somewhere.
Right.
Because, some people get a lot of awards.
Right.
But you're not going to toss awards from Crystal House somewhere. You're going to display it.
Right. On the mantle, give it the prominence that it deserves. It deserves.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you bring up a good point, too, because I think about, you talked about if an organization is going to honor you. Like, there's no room for error, man.
No.
There's no room for error. If BMW is going to honor you with Salesman of the Year,
yes,
and they're going to reach out to Crystal House to make you an award for Salesman of the Year, then obviously Crystal House is not going to be playing when they make this award. It's going to have the quality. It's going to take the time. The logo is going to be absolutely perfect.
Exactly.
That's what it takes.
Quality control, it's top notch. We don't. Nothing leaves our shop if it's not perfect.
Right.
It's not. We've maintained that high standards ever since we started Crystal House. That's why we've been around for this long, and it's been a lot of repeat customers. It's only now after COVID that we even trying to improve on our e-commerce, and also trying to look at how to get what social media and all this trying to advertise. We never did.
Right.
We never did. It was just organic, word of mouth.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's how you and I actually met, if you remember.
Yeah.
Remember how we met? We met at the Veterans Council when I was a member of the Veterans Council. That's how you and I met.
Yes.
I remember, I'll never forget it. So we're there at our meeting, and the former deputy mayor at the time was like, well, we got a speaker tonight. There's a family that does awards in Aurora. They're going to come and tell us about the business. Okay. And there was Elias and Chaz. You yourself and your wife came that night, and you guys brought awards too and showed them to us too. And I do remember at that time that I remember thinking, which was told to us too, that like when it comes to making awards and when it comes to who's local to do it, you guys are a great resource and a great family to have, because not everybody can make every kind of award. Yeah. That's something else that a lot of people don't know. You think that you'll just, trophy company. Okay, maybe they can make my award. They may not be able to.
They may not be able to, because there are different techniques in producing awards. When you speak of trophies, that is laser etching. So you put it in the machine and you do your thing. The choice of engraving that I have chosen for Crystal House, we do all of those other types, is sand carving.
Right.
And with that technique, it gives you a richer look, a richer quality of work, and there are no limitations, because this is done by hand.
Right.
So there are no limitations. If you wanted to produce some awards that has some complex graphics, and you're using any of the machine tools, that graphic needs to be converted into the software. So it may not happen. Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why you see, some of these companies, like, I'm not gonna call names.
Oh, you don't got to do that if you don't want to.
I'm not gonna call names. They no longer exist, but they used to be in all over the malls.
Yeah.
So people looking for quick gifts, they rush in there, get something, and
30 minutes, go shop, you come back, it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, they put it on. Yeah, but it doesn't matter how good the machine is, even in the quality of the machines that we have now. They have limitations. There is a limitation of the quality, depth of the engraving.
Sure.
There are limitations to all of that. But with my technique, there are no limitations as to engraving. And that's where the quality comes in, because I'm doing this for a long time. Because once you are doing this by hand, then your own artistic impressions come into that production.
Interesting.
Especially if you're not just doing text.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more you do. Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. The time is 8:17 a.m. Good morning to all of you fantastic, beautiful people out there. Cindy Morales is here. She is the CEO and owner and founder of a great organization. And she could use, I'm thinking about her, right? She could use a beautiful award for Pop of Love. She so many people could. Norma Peterson, executive director of Document the Abuse. She deserves an award. Document the Abuse is a fantastic organization dedicated to helping advocate for survivors of domestic violence. Get to know the EAA, that's the Evidentiary Abuse Affidavit, and how it can help law enforcement. And Dora Sanchez Soto is here. Good morning to you, Dora, as well. Dora is the owner of McCarty Mills Tap Room in Aurora. Okay. Y'all deserve an award too, because they keep the beer cold and they keep the pop-ups popping. Viso Arts and Carla Santillan are here too. Good morning to all of you beautiful, wonderful people. The time is 8:18 a.m. Brett, can you do us a favor, young man?
Sure thing. Can
you please do me an Elias? You know what? Because we're gonna sip some water.
Okay.
Right? Let's cleanse ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Brett, take us to a commercial, big dog. Give us that news that you got, and then we'll come right back.
I want to trap my thermos.
Yeah, don't do that.
You already had an experience with the louder noise today, so don't need another one.
Yeah, we don't, man. See, that's why I love Brett, because he understands that, like, look, if you escape death once in one day, don't test your luck. Thank you, Brett.
Casa King County Golf World Child Invitational at the St. Charles Country Club is happening August 14th. It is the 20th annual Golf World Child Invitational. Casa King County is a guardian that added the term a non-profit volunteer organization that advocates for the best interests of children in abuse and neglect cases within the juvenile court system. Again, August 14th is Golf World Child Invitational. The next 2023 CASA events, September 27th is Craze for Kids. October 14th is the Bourbon Social, and November 2nd is a Superheroes Luncheon.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Now, here's the thing about all the stuff Brett told you about. Casa Kane County is a fantastic organization. Friends of ours. Jim DeChaula. Good morning to you. And Anne-Marie, Lucy, Laura. Good morning to all of you. They were just on Buenos Dias, Aurora, yesterday, the second largest city's first bilingual news podcast. So they gave a great great interview talking about the organization. They need volunteers. And volunteers are very important. You are an advocate for a child in an abuse or neglect situation. You are basically guardian ad litem. You are the court's appointee for that person. So that means that the only authority over you in that child or young person's life is a judge. That's a heavy responsibility.
It is.
But it's a very needed responsibility. So I encourage all of you, if you are able to and you're interested, get in touch with CASA Kane County and tell them that you heard about it here on Good Morning Aurora. And well, where's this? Let me see not the top one. Let me see the bottom one. The Clays for Kids thing. Yeah. So as Brett mentioned, the Clays for Kids is September 27th. Clays is skeet shooting, just like it sounds. Oh. Amy Seahack is here. Good morning to you, Amy. Time is 8:21 a.m. The Neiponski Gallery. Tell us about that, Elias, if you would be so kind. What is the Neiponski Gallery? I mean, it sounds fancy. It sounds like it's not even Aurora, man. It sounds like it's France or something like that.
It is going to be fancy. It is.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Neiponski Gallery is the paintings.
Okay.
These are contemporary fine arts paintings, and it's all done by Chairs Neiponski.
Okay.
And I mean, these her work.
Yeah, move your hands so that people can see you.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. They're like, why are those fingers talking? I don't see any lips on those nails.
No. So this is the gallery. It's actually you're getting was it breaking news?
Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Don't hold on, because we said right. Hold on, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead. What's the news, brother?
The news is Aurora is going to get another top-notch gallery coming to the city.
Okay.
59 South LaSalle.
Okay.
Neiponski Gallery. It's going to be having the grand opening, ribbon cutting, first Friday in September, which is September 1st.
First Friday in September, September 1st. Okay.
Yes. Mark that date.
All right.
This is going to be a very cool place that if you don't need to go to the Art Institute to enjoy some of those beautiful masterpieces of like Van Gogh.
Yes.
If you don't need to. I'm not saying that
right. Not to take nothing away from Van Gogh.
Not to take anything away from Van Gogh.
Yeah.
But that is the quality of artwork that you're going to see at Neiponski Gallery. And it's a very beautiful environment in which you can come in and chill out. And we have a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be putting on in the gallery.
Okay.
Like some wine tasting. We're making the list now for the rest of the year. So it's a place that keep in mind as a destination spot. If you receive visitors who come to visit you, bring them to the gallery.
Neiponski Gallery.
Neiponski Gallery.
It's it'll be a great event space too.
Oh yeah.
Now you have had events in Crystal House.
Yes.
You've had a few events now. Oh
yes.
Yeah. Oh, now we can. I remember.
You remember the space?
I do. Representative Hernandez had an event there.
Yes.
Very, very well. This was a long time ago, though. It feels like so long ago.
I know, because of COVID.
Right.
It feels so long.
It does, yeah. But also the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
You have been a spot, or Crystal House has been a location for business after hours.
Yeah, I've done that.
Tell us about those, and tell us about working with the Chamber.
The Chamber is a very good organization to work with. In fact, they've been very supportive.
Yeah.
Since we moved to the city, because we moved to Aurora, we had our ribbon cutting with the Chamber December 6th of 19.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, it was COVID and everything.
It came right after that.
And the Chamber was the first organization that we belong to. And they've been very supportive, introduced us to, some of the people who've continued that support of our organization, of Crystal House. So it's, I would say, any new business that is, that decides to locate to the city of Aurora, that definitely will be a good resource, the first resource for them to look into in trying to navigate their way around the city.
Okay. All right. So there was beneficial for you, and passing on that benefit is very helpful.
Yes, it's a good experience. It has been a good experience working with the chamber. We still work for them, and we produce some awards for them also.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about the awards that you guys have produced at their most recent business expo. I'm curious, will the Neiponski Gallery match Crystal House in regards to hours of operations and times being open and things like that, or will they be independent?
They will match the hours, because in addition to the Crystal House and the Neiponski Gallery, during that grand opening, we're going to it will be the opening of the gift shop.
Okay.
We're going to have the unique gift shop. So these hours are going to be it's going to be from 11 to 5.
Okay.
Monday through Friday. Over the weekends, we haven't decided yet, because it's a gallery, we may increase the hours over the weekend, but I think we'll be off. We're going to be off on closed on Sunday, but Saturday right now is scheduled for 11 to 3.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll maintain those hours.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very helpful. Now, going back to the chamber, you produced all the awards for their Business Excellence Award event recently.
Yes.
That took place at, it's not Ballydoyle anymore.
No, it was
Loft 28. Loft 28. Yeah, they
correct.
changed that. They changed that up. You produced all those. What was it like with such a big order? Was there a time rush? Did you do them all yourself? Did you have help?
Well, I have one person that works with me when I have this job, but that wasn't really a big job, because we do a lot of the work that I do is producing products for the Navy.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you go to the Navy exchanges worldwide and you see their logos engraved on glassware and military insignias of those different bases, they're from us.
I
So
know.
those
I
are
gave
big
you a
orders.
shout out on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
On Monday, see, we talked about Juan Cayetano was here. You remember that Juan Cayetano? On Monday, I gave you a shout out. We interviewed Donna Beasley from the Illinois Apex Accelerator. She was talking about doing government contracts with people. How can a business get a government contract? And I was telling her, I was like, this guy Elias has a contract with the Navy. He makes all the...
Oh,
absolutely. But anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. The Navy. Go back to the contract. Yep.
yeah. So no, you talked about the Chamber Award. It was those are the type of awards that I like. It's not that many pieces.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of my work is, once I'm satisfied with the graphics, then it becomes mechanical.
Okay.
So a lot of times it takes me to be really satisfied with the graphics.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But the Navy, I do a lot more orders in terms of quantity.
Right.
Yeah. In terms of quantity. Yeah.
Okay. Time is 8:29 a.m. Tracy Duran is here. Good morning to you. Becky Hoff is here. Good morning to you as well. So when we were at the event, that was a really fun event.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was my first time at their Business Excellence Awards. I got to MC it. That was cool.
Yeah. You did a good job.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I was super nervous.
It didn't show.
I know. I know. Never let them see you sweat.
I know.
It was cool though. I got the notes right before it all happened. Absolutely.
Wow.
So right before the whole thing started, like, hey everybody, let's start. That's when I got like the script.
I see.
I know.
That makes me nervous.
You got to do what you got to do though, man. So now when the artwork in the Neiponski Gallery. So I've, spoiler alert for all the people who are watching this show right now. I personally have seen the work of the Neiponski Gallery. I personally have seen and touched the work inside of Crystal House. So the time that it takes to produce the paintings, the artwork. Let's talk about the artist. And do you paint?
No, I make.
You know your skills, right? So
No.
Curtis, I just make trophies, dog. That's all I do.
No, I do. I do sculptures.
Okay.
but in crystal.
Right.
Yeah, I do crystal sculptures.
Now you got to talk. You got to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Eat it.
Yeah,
Eat it.
I do
Brett,
crystal.
get some ketchup.
Yeah, I do
No,
some sculptures.
Okay.
In crystal, like the Chicago skyline that you saw.
The dolphin, which I love.
Yeah, I do those type of things, and I really enjoy doing it. But trying to run a business, I have really not been able to do that part of my craft.
Right.
Yeah, so I produce a lot more awards and run the business.
Right.
But I mean, I have designs that I've created for a long. It's been sitting on the shelf for a long time, in very complex chandelier designs, which I love to do in crystal. I hope I'll get to it sometime in the future.
Right.
But I don't paint. That's my wife's domain.
Okay.
Contemporary arts, and she's very good.
Right.
I mean, she's a product of the Art Institute. So
her work is amazing. Her
Yeah.
work is amazing.
Yes.
I've seen it. It's amazing work.
You look at her work. That's why when I said earlier that if you don't need to go to the Art Institute to enjoy some of the work of Van Gogh,
Right.
you can come to, or Monet, you can come to the Neiponski Gallery.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah.
And we're going to make the space as classy as a lot of the classy spaces downtown and in Chicago.
Right.
So it'll be very beautiful gallery when you going to a gallery, a very beautiful gallery for you to come and spend some time and just look around.
Okay. Now you have been there since 2019.
Yeah.
Any plans to expand?
Well, that is part of the expansion that
Okay.
we did. When we moved, we had to move.
The gallery's part of the expansion.
Yes,
Okay.
the gallery is
Okay.
part of the expansion. When we decided to move to Aurora, is because we became partners with the Navy and we needed more
Right.
space. But our work, the crystal, it wasn't dependent more on foot traffic. So it's always been the Neiponski Gallery as part of the expansion. So COVID came and slowed down a lot of things. So it's now time for us to enjoy our space and enjoy the expansion.
Right.
Yeah.
And have a ribbon cutting and a nice party and
Oh, yeah.
and do the things. We'll be having a good time with you guys, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will.
I'll
That
come-
is guaranteed.
I'll come by there. Levanga Saxon, good morning. Tracy Duran is here as well. Good morning to you, Tracy. So as we mentioned, it was interesting. On Monday, we talked about being a small business and acquiring government contracts. I brought up the example of Crystal House and Elias Akwo, and here he is on the show for you guys to see. Times 8:33. I'm going to go to a brief commercial because I've got a couple of pieces of information that I wanted to deliver to these fantastic and beautiful people. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:34 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. When you walked outside this morning to get inside of your burgundy Lexus, I think it's like a 2020, you will have noticed the rain and the insane weather outside. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because we have your weather report. As you can see, it's on the screen for you right here. Today's high will be 81 degrees. Nighttime high tonight, 68 degrees. Heavy rain and flood is still a threat, with a severe weather threat coming this late afternoon into the evening. Tomorrow, we have a temperature of 85 degrees, and tomorrow night, 68 degrees, a 20 to 30% of evening showers as well. Look at all that rain. Friday, 88 degrees with a 50% chance of PM showers and 69 degrees for the nighttime high. And then Saturday, 85 degrees and rain, storms all over the place. The severe weather threat does continue, and it does persist. All right. Next piece of news that I have for you guys is on the screen here, and this is from our dear friends of It's Fit Time. It's Fit Time is a wellness organization and a fitness conglomerate in partnership with the Aurora African American Health Coalition. And this is sponsored by Mind and Body Chiropractic and Leave Me Be Pest Control. It's going to be this Saturday at Walter Park. Everybody looking at her like, why did he say Walter when it says Wilder? Well, let's do it again. Wilder Park Promenade. Now, that's the area that the bridge downtown goes over, and it ends right there. Yeah, the new bridge that was created. Wilder Park Promenade, 350 North River Street, 8:30 a.m. to noon, and it's going to be this Saturday. So come on out there, have a good time, and be sure to get your wellness and your fitness on. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, wait a minute. Didn't he just say it was going to rain on Saturday? And he's telling us to go out there and get our fitness on? Yes.
You did.
That's right. That's exactly right. I don't care if it's a tornado. I want to see you out there pumping it. Get the sweat on, man. Get it on.
Are you going to distinguish between the rain and the sweat?
Well, I'll be at home, so I don't know what they're going to do. But, 8:30 in the morning. Oh, that's pancakes and breakfast, dog. But anyway, AA Electric is our next piece of news here. Check out that $100 off coupon on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Take a screenshot of that. Call the husband so he could take it out. But licensed, 24/7 service, and experienced, Aurora Electric is bringing service to light. 630-486-1128 is the number you need. Once again, that's 630-486-1128. $100 off your main panel upgrade or rewire job. 30 years of experience. All right. And then last but certainly not least, the Neighbor Project is hiring. Our friends of the Neighbor Project are dedicated to helping the community and helping those in Aurora achieve home ownership. They're searching for a Vista Community Engagement Coordinator through AmeriCorps. AmeriCorps is a large service organization created by Congress in 1973, I think it was. And what they do is you join. I'm a member. You join up, and there's different opportunities all across the country that you can get into. They may need somebody to help clean up an oil spill, a tornado, firefighting efforts, all kinds of things. There's pay and benefits as well. This position is for 1 year. Start date is July 31st, and then the end date is July 30th of next year. The QR code is on the screen for you guys to scan as well. You can follow the Neighbor Project on Instagram and Facebook, and the post is there. Share it with someone you know, and if you're interested, and I encourage you to do this, you should join AmeriCorps. That's what you should do. All right, time is 8:38 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. So you are originally from Cameroon.
Yes.
Cameroon. Business.
Yes.
I want to talk about business.
Okay.
What are the steps to doing business successfully, in your opinion? And I ask you this, and let me, we'll do it like volleyball, right? There was the, what's it called? That's
the softball questions.
Absolutely. I asked this question because, again, you're a small business owner with a major government contract located right here in Aurora. Things have been challenging, certainly, but things have also been prosperous and progressing.
Yes.
So let's go through that for the folks.
You said what was the question again?
The question was, what does it take to do business successfully?
Well, once you decide to do business, integrity, you have to have certain characteristics that as a business, it should be your core values, because that's what's going to either sustain you or it's going to you're going to have to drop out.
Right.
You see, you have to give good quality work, do what you say you will, when you say you will, and treat people as you would want them. You want to be treated. Mm-hmm. You have to respect. You have to respect your customers.
Right.
Yeah. It's. It's just. It will come down to your core values. Your core values, all of this, and also focus. A lot of times, we've gone through different iterations of our business plan of Crystal House, but still, with what has been consistent, the quality of our work has never changed. Our focus has never changed. We may make different, do some digressions here and there, but it's still the platform that we conceived of. It's been consistent. So no matter the challenges, if that is a path you decide to go on, you have to stick with it. It's never going to be a very smooth ride, especially as a small business, and especially if you don't have the trust fund or you don't have the serious financial backing. Even with the serious financial backing, it still boils down to you performing as a business person, performing as an individual. Like I said earlier, a lot of the, even in all of the difficulties, a lot of our customers have been return word of mouth and return customers. You don't get that if you're not doing something right. You don't.
Right.
So you just have to be true to yourself and be honest the way you do business.
Right. Was there ever a moment where you thought about giving up?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
There's been quite a few times. It's just sometimes we get into a cycle in which control, you feel as if you're losing control. There was a period of time that when we started the Crystal House, that's around before the market crash in 2008, we had expanded to a big space in Downers Grove on Main Street, 5116. It was we had the Crystal House in there. We had the Neiponski Gallery, and we had the the Glimpse into Africa, which was very museum quality art piece. So we moved. It was like 2,700 square foot place in Downers Grove. Just at that period, 2009, the market crashed, and we were completely luxury.
Right.
Luxury items. And people were not buying luxury items that much.
Right.
So we bled quite a bit. We stayed a little bit longer opening than we should. So we're looking at now, that was a very challenging time. And then to add more to that injury, my wife had an accident. In which she was incapacitated. So, but we just had to pivot.
Right.
We just had to pivot as a small business. So we made some changes. That's how we moved from. That's one of the reasons we moved from Downers Grove to Wheaton. And during the period in Wheaton, we were more of a wholesale distributor. And then that's how we started looking at where we could, because we knew the quality of our products. Even during the period in which the market had crashed, we were still selling some of the unique gift items that we created.
Right.
Like you come to our shop now, you see those Chicago skylines that are engraved on glassware.
Yes.
Or they engraved on cityscape skyline. That is very unique. It's unique to Crystal House.
Right.
You won't find it anywhere else. Yes. So we're selling those little things. So that's why we said, these little things we're selling, how do we build on that to be able to produce our custom items and try to put it in other retail establishments, selected gift shops.
Yeah.
And so now that's what even sent us to that, looking for those distribution outlets. That's what set up into looking into doing business with the government.
Yeah.
And then we went through that path until we became trading partners. So it's that was a very challenging time. but it just for a short. We just thought about it for a short, or personally, I thought about it just for a very short window because I knew that nothing was gonna put me down or put us down. So it's not. So that is part of doing business. You never give up, but at the same time, also, even though you say you never give up, you also have to look at your numbers because the numbers don't lie.
Right.
We stayed open in Dundas Grove a lot longer than we should have.
Right.
Yes. We stayed open longer than we should have. And again, there is consequences to every action.
Absolutely.
But fortunately, we've been fortunate because even all of these challenges, which are challenges in business and in life, if you do things with a clean hands and clean heart, the universe always gives you a little lift.
Right.
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Which gives me a good time to plug in a small story here. If you recall, which I'm sure you do, there was a moment when Good Morning Aurora needed a place to record.
Yeah.
And you let me record in the back room of Crystal House. Remember that?
I remember very well, yeah.
That was right? Talking about the universe opening up to help.
Yep. Yeah, I remember. I mean, we're actually doing some awards for a company in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And you were doing the recording.
Absolutely.
While we were doing the engraving.
Absolutely. That's a true story, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a true story.
I have to, and it makes me, I've never forgot that. I've never forgotten that because the only alternative that I had at that time was to just go back and record in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Which would have been several steps back at that time.
Yeah.
That's not taking you forward.
Yeah.
You know?
That is true. You always have to keep that positive attitude no matter what, because there is no situation in which no situation is permanent.
Right.
It's just the illusion of whatever we're going through in business or in personal. Just keep that positive attitude and maintain your focus, and the universe will bring to you what you need when you need it.
Yeah. And it was interesting because I'll tell you this story too. So I noticed that after the first 2 days of working in there, that this is actually terrible for the sound. It's a Crystal House shop.
Yeah.
It's full of echoes.
I know.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I was like, this is the worst audio ever. But it was necessary.
Yeah.
And it was beneficial because two things happened. A, the show was able to continue and grow. Mm-hmm. And B, I started to get a lot more adept to sound.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. That
Pitch,
is true.
Tone, consistency, all of that, all those things. It was magnified by being in a place with more echo. So I could see like, aha, this is, these are the limits of the equipment that I have. And if I'm trying to go to the next level, here's what I'm going to need to have.
Exactly.
Different kinds of microphones and things like that.
Every problem in business should be a learning experience.
Absolutely.
Just what you said. Every problem should be a learning experience. We keep that in mind and keep grinding. Sooner or later, it's going to work out.
Right. Now we got headphones and mics.
I know. And a beautiful space.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm even jealous of your space, man.
Yep. The last time Elias was with us, ladies and gentlemen, we had spiders crawling across the floor. We ain't got no spiders now. We got a cleaner.
Look at now.
So I just want to, time is, oh my gosh.
What?
It's 8:50.
Oh.
Where did the time go?
Well,
Brett,
you're having too much fun
in your pockets.
Yeah.
What the time just flew like that? I could have swore it was just 8:39. Well, September 1st. September 1st. Tell it again.
September 1st, the first Friday in September.
Hold on. Talk right to the camera so
Oh.
people can see you and see that nice shirt you got on, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Nordstrom's Rack, ladies and gentlemen. Nordstrom.
Come on, man. You start giving my secrets out.
True that. Don't let them know, man.
Yeah. September 1st, which is the first Friday, is going to be the opening, the ribbon cutting, and the grand opening of Neiponski Gallery and Gift Shop. So mark that date, and you're welcome to come in and enjoy the festivities. There'll be some chewables and some wine. So it's be at 59 South LaSalle Street in Aurora. September 1st. Mark it down. We'll see you there.
That's right. 59 South LaSalle Street, right across the street from Bureau of Gravity and right across the street from our dear friends of the Alive Teen Center. All right. Colleen Berry Putton is here. Brett's mom, Josue Pais is here. And Saul Olivas is here as well. Good morning to all of you beautiful people. Saul Olivas says, good morning, Aurora. Have a great day. Thank you very much for that, Saul Olivas. He's a member of the what? I know, too. He's my boy. East Aurora School Board.
Oh, okay.
I almost said Fox Valley Park District Board for some strange reason because I think we're here at this building. That's what it is. East Aurora School Board. I'm sorry, Saul. You know I love you, dog. All right, the time is 8:51 a.m. So I've noticed a few things, though, too. That if I've got this correct, you are the only gift, award, or trophy shop in the Fox Valley area. Are you?
That is true.
Okay.
That is true. We're the only ones that does, any engraving, on crystal or glassware.
Right.
You have some trophy shops that does mostly plaques and all of this type of awards. But, we're the only place in town.
Yeah.
And also, another thing, I don't know if I want to promote that.
Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be like, oh, let me tell you. Never.
No, the young people are the people handling our social media and all of that now, because if you go to our website, which is crystalhouse.us,
Right.
we also do repairs on crystal.
Right, okay.
So, but that is really a labor of love because I'm getting the point I'm trying to go is I'm getting a lot more requests for people trying to salvage their crystal gift items, memorabilia in the repairs. So I think that would be another, because right now I'm recruiting for an engraver trainee. So any fortunate person that's going to get the job, I'm going to train them also in doing like crystal repairs.
Okay.
Because that is something that is, you really don't have anybody doing that right now.
Right.
In Illinois, I'm getting people sending me broken stemware that they use for their weddings from all over the place, New York, for me to fix them because they broke or something. So,
Right.
but it's something that, like I said, I'm recruiting right now for engraver training. I'm going to train somebody how to do that.
Beverly Tally Melvin is here. Good morning to you, Beverly Tally Melvin. And Juan Cayetano is here. Wishing y'all a successful day out there, folks. Thank you, Juan. Juan Cayetano is one half of a beautiful family business called The Woodcrafters by Luz and Juan. They do fantastic stuff using lasers with wood to make beautiful engraved items. His wife does casting and resin. And different other things. Fantastic stuff. Great stuff. Okay, the time is 8:54 a.m. Well, this has been a great episode.
It has been.
This has been good, man.
In this new environment.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you again,
It's
man.
great to see you and to see how you're moving on up.
Well, here's the thing, though. So, again, spoiler alert, right?
Yeah.
I know this individual. I'm interviewing someone I actually know. Here's the thing. I want to say that when I saw you at the event for the chamber, like I said, it was my first time emceeing for them and big stuff. It was good seeing you in there. It was really good to see you in there. I felt you took away my nervousness, besides the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, what I was going to say, what time to start. But none of that rattled my cage. None of that. I live a life that's cool with me. But when I saw you there, I was like, all right. You know, it really felt good.
Oh,
it really felt good because, like, I knew that you had made awards for them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you were prominent. You were as prominent, or that award, as good as it feels to get the award, you got to keep in mind that, like, you made it.
Yeah.
It felt good to present the awards to those people, man.
Yeah, it was good seeing you. It's been a while, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been.
We go back a long way.
We do. We go back like car seats and spinal cords.
Some stories we can talk on the air.
Well, you know what? We got Good Night Aurora now, so we might do that. We might do that later on in the day.
Okay.
For these beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, though, September 1st is going to be the event. September's first Friday, 59 South LaSalle Street is the place to be. Crystal House. If you're looking for one of a kind, unique gifts, please go to Crystal House. There is a local creator in town. You don't have to go to Oakbrook. You don't have to drive. All you got to do is go to LaSalle Street, Auto Row in Aurora, and you can find priceless, one-of-a-kind items.
Yes, that is true.
Absolutely. Everything for dad, for mom, brother, sister, gifts of all different kinds. The time is 8:56. The show ends on a positive note. What is your message for the people today?
Today? You got to live life with integrity.
Right.
Yeah. And enjoy every moment. So
enjoy every moment.
Enjoy every moment.
Okay.
In life.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode today and were able to learn from it as I was. Good Morning Aurora will return Friday morning with more news, more weather, and the very best of Aurora. Tomorrow we have another great episode of Buenos Dias Aurora, the second largest city's first bilingual news podcast. As Elias mentioned, Crystal House is located at 59 South LaSalle Street. It is should be your number one shop for gifts and one-of-a-kind items. Please go check it out. I'm serious. As a matter of fact, here's what I want you to do.
Yes.
Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
First of all, sip it up. Sip it up. You too. Sip it up. Sip it up. Everybody.
Oh,
Brett,
okay.
Sip it up. Sip it up. We all okay. That's right. That's right. There it is. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I want you to do. Saturday, I want you and the family and the kids. I want you guys to get up. I want you guys to watch cartoons, whatever you do. I want you to go to the farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Shop there. I want you to go to visit Woodcrafters by Juan and Luz. And then what I want you to do is I want you to leave the farmer's market, and as soon as you go out of the parking lot, depending on where you park, Benton Street maybe, I want you to go up Benton and Broadway, go up Benton, Durango right there on your right, take a left, and park on the street. And go to Crystal House. It's right there. I mean,
it is.
It is. It's right there. If you were strong enough, you could throw a rock.
I know.
And hit it. It's just that close. So that's what you do for your Saturday morning. I'm done giving you advice for the day. The time is 8:59 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, be blessed and take care of yourself and each other.